you all once again. Namaste. So for any of you new, I would take pleasure in introducing about Pyramid Valley International. Pyramid Valley International is the international headquarters of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, which was started by Brahmarshi Patriji in the year 1990. So this is in Bangalore, and this place was found as an energy spot in the year 2003 with a group of masters, and the place was selected to have the sacred pyramid. So we have a huge pyramid, 160 feet by 160 feet, the magnificent Maitreya Buddha pyramid, where 5,000 members at a time can sit and do meditation. So that magnificent is this Maitreya Buddha pyramid, which is a central nucleus of whole of the ashram here. And this is a new age spiritual ashram. So Brahmarshi Patriji has been emphasizing about meditation, vegetarianism, pyramid energy, and spiritual science. So his main motive was to take all these to the whole of the humanity. With that efforts, PSSM has constructed a lot of pyramids all across the globe. In his 40 years of hardcore and striving efforts, now millions of people have transformed their lives with this meditation. In the same way, Pyramid Valley has also been organizing a lot of spiritual science programs. And one such program is Breath by Breath. We have already done few sessions on this topic, and there are a lot of people who have given their feedbacks where after attending these sessions, they could be regular with the meditation practice. And with the simple steps, they are able to get into the meditative states easily. So that is the reason we are now back again with the same concept of breath by breath. So we have our dear Sagar sir, who is also the managing trustee of Pyramid Valley International. And he is in this pyramid movement and with Patriji almost nearing 2 decades. He being a corporate professional who's there in US and learned this meditation and knew about this science of getting into ourselves. And now, from 3 years, he's been vigorously teaching everyone, especially from the time of lockdowns. Pyramid Valley has been conducting a lot of online workshops, and one such important program is this 11-day program called Breath by Breath. So Sagar sir will be guiding us for whole of these 11 days, and he will also teach us how to go into ourselves and how to be with our breath, the step-by-step approach. So his easy steps can help us to take us elsewhere. Thank you, Sagar sir, for hosting this program again. And I think a lot of new members will get the benefit, and our regular spiritual seekers will get into the phase of perfection. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shalini. Everybody hear me? Yes, okay. So good morning, dear masters. Good morning, dear friends. Welcome to another edition of this Breath by Breath program being presented by Pyramid Valley International. I am glad to share the wisdom and practices of breathfulness or breath mindfulness meditation that was found 2,500 years ago by Gautam Buddha, and that has been made popular over the last 3 decades by our beloved Brahmarshi Patriji. We're going to talk a lot about breath, the science behind breath, the art and science of right breathing, and through just by being with the breath, how we can achieve the peace of mind, health, well-being, and happiness. So we'll dive into that soon. Before that, we're going to just a bit on the format. So as you can see, we start by 6 a.m. and then for the first 5 minutes, we will do some initial inspirational music, and then we will get into the session. Some days I'll be explaining the procedure, the process step by step, and then we'll getting into meditation. And some days towards the after 2 or 3 days, we'll probably dive into meditation first and then explain some things about the breath and breath mindfulness. All right, my dear friends. So this breath by breath program is going to help us get into the breath mindfulness meditation step by step. So for some of you, you may be practicing meditation for a long time, so which is fine, but I suggest you follow the rest of the group in going through this step by step. So you may discover a lot of new things along the way about the breath and about the steps that we're going to talk about. And the steps are based on a lot of wisdom from the Buddhist literature, a lot of wisdom from neuroscience literature, and also my own personal experience in terms of how do I get out of the struggle of thoughts as we go into the breath mindfulness practice. Right. And then it's also based on a lot of experiences that we've heard from participants over the last few sessions. So with that, let us get started. So you'll be able to see the presentation. Okay, so first and foremost, respects and gratitude to the wisdom from all masters, especially Brahmarshi Patriji, for the concept of pyramid meditation, for bringing or popularizing the simple form of breath meditation, and also tons of wisdom that is given us, and also establishing the platform from which we are all speaking, from which we are all here together, right? And he's the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, of which the global headquarters is Pyramid Valley International here in Bengaluru. And I'm sure some of you have visited. If not, it is a visit that you must make in the next few months, if not earlier. There are a lot of programs that we have that will allow you to come and help here. So thank you to Brahmarshi Patriji, and also thanks to the great Grand Master Gautam Buddha, whose immense wisdom is what we're all practicing now. And we're going to cover a lot more detail into the Anapanasati Sutra, or the Sutta is called in Pali language, the Sutra is called Sutta. So it is a wonderful text of 16 verses. We're going to cover that as we go along during this 11-day journey. And also gratitude to all the science and wisdom from other masters who have elaborated on the consciousness, who have elaborated on the mindful breathing, who have elaborated on the Anapanasati Sutras. And all these books have a lot of evidence, a lot of research that has been done on the breath. So I think we'll dive into the poll probably tomorrow. So instead of spending some time on that. So let's dive into what is breathfulness. Breathfulness is just a short form for mindfulness of breathing. We will talk about what is mindfulness, what is breath, what is breathing, and how are we going to practice this over the next 11 days. All right. So the key goal of breathfulness is using the breath as a tool for mastering our emotions, mastering our health, mastering our emotions, mastering our creativity, mastering the way we behave, mastering our behavior. So breathing represents our inner state, and then breathing influences all our physical organs. Breathing influences our thoughts and mental processes. breathing also influences our journey towards our being aligned with who we are. Breathing heals, breathing brings you into a state of happiness, breathing brings you peace, breathing guides you through discipline and intuition. So just by being with the breath, there are going to be improvements on your physiological state, your psychological state, and your emotional and spiritual well-being. So we're going to see how it's all going to be today. Right now, it's all a bunch of statements, but there's a lot of science behind it. And we all know breath or breathing mirrors our thoughts and feelings. You might have noticed when you're anxious, when you're angry, what happens? Your breathing goes fast. And then when you're joyful, when you are peaceful, your breathing is slow and steady, slow and rhythmic, right? And similarly, even the subtler emotions like craving, like regret, like depression, like sadness, every one of those thoughts and feelings have an impact on your breathing. The food that you eat, the thoughts that you think, the feelings that you feel, all of them have an impact on your breathing. What Buddha found was you can do it the other way around as well. By regulating or managing or being conscious of the breath, you can become mindful of your health, mindful of your thoughts, mindful of your feelings. So that is what we're going to do. So by being conscious of your breathing, we can influence our thoughts and feelings. So the moment you feel you're anxious, you can do a relaxation practice that we will learn during these 11 days. You can practice that simple relaxation practice, and then you can get out of that anxious feeling, right? So by being conscious of our breathing, we can influence our thoughts, our feelings, our internal organs, our heart and brain. There's something called heart-brain coherence we're going to learn, and all our bodily functions, including our digestion and including our immune system. You will be amazed. I mean, as I was amazed to find out how just by breathing right, a lot of things in our body can be set right. And just by the pattern of incorrect breathing, you can relate a lot of the problems in your body to incorrect breathing. That's what we're going to find out. Before that, what happens in breathing? Just a high level. What happens in breathing? So as you know, as we breathe in air, it goes through our larynx, it goes into our lungs. All of us know lungs. The last 3 years, I think all of us know a lot more about lungs because of the pandemic. So air goes into your lungs, and then oxygen. There are a lot of small sacs within the lungs called alveoli. As you breathe in, the oxygen goes in, and the alveoli are like small balloons. So they inflate. They're small, they inflate, and then it is kind of filled with oxygen. Blood flows around the alveoli. There is an exchange between the blood. So the blood has carbon dioxide, and then the alveoli has oxygen, an exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And then that oxygen flows through the blood to all our internal organs, right? And then the internal organs would have released carbon dioxide into the blood, and then the blood exchanges that into. So immediately the alveoli shrinks. Once the oxygen goes, it shrinks, it deflates. And then that is when that air comes out through your nose as carbon dioxide. That is all. So it's basically an exchange of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. And that oxygen in the blood is what nourishes the trillions of cells in each part of our body. Every organ, our kidney, our stomach, our brain, our heart, our liver, everything is made of cells, our muscles. So all these need oxygen. They need the right amount of oxygen, not less, not more. And ideally, our breathing is supposed to facilitate all that. The right amount of oxygen release, the right amount of carbon dioxide. And there needs to be a little bit of carbon dioxide for some of the functioning as well. So the balance, the proper balance is what is needed. That is exactly what happens in breathing. And just by not breathing right, by not giving your body and blood the right amount of oxygen and the right amount of carbon dioxide outtake, once there is an imbalance of oxygen, your tissues get impacted, your nervous system gets impacted, your heart doesn't work as efficiently it's supposed to be. And you might be amazed, as I was, the teeth, our facial features, the way our teeth grows, right? And then our posture, everything gets impacted just because of proper or improper breathing. And lung function, as all of us know, decreases. Protein performance, because of that, protein performance decreases. And then stress increases just by not breathing. We just saw that, right? So every part of your physical body as well as your mental body gets impacted because of not breathing right. And once you start to learn breathing right, pain disappears. There are different breathing methods for you to get rid of pain. Stress reduction, it supports the immune system, it supports the growth of organs, right? Even the way you talk improves, the way you breathe. And then your physical strength improves, and obviously your emotions and spiritual growth. We're going to learn a lot more about all these stuff, right? But before that, we need to understand whether we are breathing right or not. So what is optimal breathing? So number one, optimal breathing is through breathing through the nose with your mouth closed. I've seen a lot of us, in fact, I used to probably do it earlier, and then now sometimes when I see my daughter doing it, they're the same. So we breathing through the mouth. Breathing through the mouth is it's not the right form of breathing. Breathing through the nose is important. Breathing is not, when I say deep, it's deep means breath should go all through the lungs. We will learn all that, right? And rhythmic, regular breathing, no panting, relaxed breathing, long, relaxed inhale, exhalation, erect posture. Posture is always important, right? When you hunch like this, your lungs get squeezed here. So you don't get the right amount of oxygen flowing through your lungs. So it's always an erect posture is important. And your diaphragm, we'll learn about that. The diaphragm that you see at the bottom, just above your stomach area, performs 70 to 80% of your muscular activity while you're breathing. We'll talk about it. Abdominal breathing or belly breathing is the right way to breathe, and your lower part of your chest expands, right? On the contrary, mouth breathing, what is incorrect breathing? Some of us will definitely relate to it now, right? Mouth breathing with your mouth open is not the right type of breathing. And then a lot of us breathe very shallowly, just in the chest region. This is not the right amount of breathing. And all the time we are running around, not physically, or even your mind is running around, then your breath rate is faster, which is again not the right type of breathing, rapid breathing. Lack of rhythm. Sometimes you breathe fast, sometimes you breathe less, again, tied to our thoughts and emotions. Again, not the right type of breathing. And noisy breathing. If you find any noise, and all that stuff, that's all not right of breathing. And if you don't breathe right, your shoulder muscles tense, and then suddenly you start developing hunched shoulders, right? Your shoulder pain happens, your neck pain happens, and short breathing. So forward leaning slump posture, a lot of the people call that as the desk breathing. Like when I'm at a desk, when you're writing like this, your shoulder, your chest gets compressed. So all that posture does not allow you to breathe right. That leads to overactive. So you'll have to ideally breathe with your abdominal muscles, not necessarily with your neck and your shoulders. When we are stressed out, unconsciously we start breathing that way, and that's what leads to all your back pain, shoulder pain, and chest pain, right? And only upper part of the chest expands, which is again, as I said, the lower part. If you see the lungs are like that. The bottom part of your lungs are more spacious than the top part. So when you breathe in, your breath or oxygen should go to the bottom part of the lungs, which is where a lot of those alveoli sacs are there. That is where the exchange happens well, right? So again, there are a lot of wonderful books out there that talk about the right way to breathe and conscious breathing, as I mentioned in the earlier slides as well. So breathing is what is important. There's a lot of things tied to our physical, emotional well-being, tied to the way we breathe. And during these 11-day sessions, obviously there are a lot of breath work, a lot of breath practices like pranayama and breath work. But in these 11 days, we are going to learn the right way to breathe, and we're going to learn the benefits of breathing right through a practice that Gautam Buddha taught us. Very simple form of just being with your breath, which is what is called the mindfulness of breath. That's what we're going to learn. So this method is called Anapanasati. right? Ana is in breath, Apana is out breath, and then Sati is mindfulness. And we're just going to be mindful of our normal, natural breathing. There are a lot of things that go when we talk about the word mindfulness, a lot of things that happens. That it's about being completely aware of your breathing. And how are we going to do that? Mindfulness is nothing is equal to attention, awareness, and acceptance. That is what we're going to cultivate. And just by being or learning the skill of mindfulness is a skill, just like teaching, it's just like talking, just like any language, just like learning music, right? Just like learning writing, just like learning a new subject, or even programming. So it's a skill. And how do we learn that skill? There is a step-by-step approach. You'll have to learn the skill of attention, which is concentration. You have to learn the skill of awareness, and you'll also need to learn the skill of acceptance. Because if you don't accept things in the moment, right, then your mind starts moving back and forth. So which is again not mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about being in the present moment. And we're going to learn the skill of being in the present moment just by learning to be with our breath, right? And then beyond the benefits of concentration and our spiritual growth, there are a lot of benefits of being with our breath for our physical and emotional health as well. So in these 10 days, we're going to cover a lot of topics. Every day we will see how just by being with the breath helps your physical well-being, helps your emotional and mental well-being, helps your social well-being in terms of relationships, and then also how does it help in absorbing the truths that all of spiritual wisdom. And this is a practice that we're going to begin. So because I think today it's day one, so we're covering a little bit more of the procedure, and then we'll do the meditation. So we'll not have too much time for Q&A today, and we'll take up questions from tomorrow. So this is the simple 3-stage breathfulness practice or breath mindfulness practice, right? So I'm going to talk about, we're going to do a 5 minutes of relaxation. A lot of us who've been doing meditation and anapanasati meditation for a long time will know one of the big things that we have is for us to kind of get the distractions in terms of thoughts. So first we need to calm our mind. The first 5 minutes of relaxation allows you to calm your mind, get your body and mind into a calm state. And then we go into the second stage, which we'll probably do for 30 to 40 minutes every day, which is observing your breath. Observation, right? In observation, there are 3 steps. We will go step by step. Today, I'll talk about the first step, and then we'll go step by step into observation. And the last 5 minutes, we will move our awareness, attention to our heart region, and then express gratitude to our meditation session. There is a science behind gratitude that also we'll talk about, right? This is going to be our 3-stage. First 5 minutes of relaxation, then 30 to 40 minutes of our observing the breath or mindfulness of breathing. And then the last 5 minutes, we will going to be getting into gratitude or appreciation. There are scientific and physical and emotional and spiritual benefits for all these 3. So we will cover more on that. So before we dive into the practice, I just want to kind of quickly, for those of the newcomers out there, we're going to cover the posture. There are 3 aspects of breathing, as we mentioned: the right posture, the mechanics of breathing, and happenings during breathing, right? And so first is the right posture. As you know, for those of you who are beginners here, the right posture is sit straight in a chair, cross your legs as you see the gentleman in the picture, or if you're sitting on a floor or on a bed or on a sofa, so you can cross your legs that way. The picture talks about it. Clasp your hands, closing your eyes, and then keep your body straight and erect. Again, no stiffness in your body. Do not keep anything stiff. Just by keeping it erect itself allows you to stay in that meditation posture for a long time. If you need help in the initial stages, you can support it through a pillow, right? So that is the posture, and the posture needs to be this way, right? No hump, no slouching like this, which is not right. Again, there is a science behind the straight posture. Our body is designed, the curvature of your body, our body is designed to be in a stable posture just by being straight. If you look at a lot of people meditating for a long time, If you want to sit like that for a long time, even musicians, people who sit and teach, and people who Buddhist monks, and most of our spiritual teachers, right? So they all sit straight. They are able to sit straight on the floor for a long time. That is because the posture is important. The body is designed, but once you are in the straight posture, you don't need to put in too much effort on your shoulders, on your hip. You'll be able to sit straight because our foundation, the foundation, there is a science behind it, right? So there is the foundation of your lower back muscles and your abdomen provides you a solid foundation on which your back, your upper back, and your neck all lined up straight, right? So if you're able to sit like that, then you'll be able to sit in meditation for a long time. So Patanjali says sthira sukha asanam. So sthira is still, is the still posture happens, the strong posture happens only with the proper foundation. The foundation is your straightness. And then sukha. You don't need to just keep your tense your muscles. You just need to relax and then just leave it that way, right? So just keep your neck straight, shoulders straight, back straight, and that is all. And no straining. The moment you feel any straining, try to relax a bit and then get back to your posture. So that is number one, the first aspect of breathing. All right. The second aspect of breathing is how we breathe. So as I mentioned there, so we usually just breathe with our chest, right? So chest breathing is wrong, abdominal breathing. So when you breathe, when you become conscious of your breath, feel your abdomen, right? So this is how you breathe. When you inhale, right, your lungs expand, your diaphragm goes down and your belly comes out. So that is what is abdominal. When I say abdominal breathing, it is not breathing with your abdomen. It's still breathing with your chest, but allowing your chest to expand so that your belly comes out. And then when you exhale, because your lungs contract, right, your diaphragm pushes and then your belly goes in. So it's called diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing is a better word than the confusing belly or abdominal breathing. So when we do this conscious breathing, please be conscious of how you breathe. If you feel you're not breathing right, you can always correct the posture. All right. So now to the relaxation part. The first 5 minutes, I will guide you through. So we're going to do a long instant relaxation technique. We're going to do long inhale and long exhale, normal, no hard inhale or exhale. So basically what you do is you just breathe in normally. Long inhale, normal long inhale. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So ideal count, we'll come to that ideal duration. So count long till 4 or 3 the way I guide you, and then just exhale. Do not hold your breath. Equal time for inhale and exhale. Slow breathing. As you breathe in, be mindful of your counting, be mindful of your breathing, right? The counting happens in your mind, the breathing happens in your body. So you get into that coherent state of aligning your body and mind in this 5 minutes. As you do that, you'll feel a sense of relaxation. This is an instant relaxation technique. You can practice anytime, anywhere, before any tense situation. You can do that because you don't need too much of time for this. Okay, so do not hold or retain your breath. And we will talk more about it. This equal breathing technique, also called coherent breathing, again has been proven in science, by science. There are a lot of evidence, a lot of books written about it, how it relaxes your nervous system, improves your focus and concentration, and more importantly, it quiets the mind, right? And then it allows you to, because you're able to do slow breathing, you're allowing your lungs to get the full capacity of oxygen. It gets exchanged with your blood, and then similarly you're exhaling fully. So that allows you to improve your breathing capacity. And the second step is observation of your breathing. So after 5 minutes, I'll ask you to relax and then just leave your conscious inhale and exhale, and then be aware of your normal breathing. Just be aware of your normal, natural breathing. Do not change anything about your breathing. So though some of you beginners, when you start feeling conscious, sometimes you might be managing your breathing through your mind, which is okay. After a while, you'll let go of it. So do not change, just follow the cycle of breathing. There is inhale, exhale, as you see in the cycle. And there is a pause in between inhale, exhale. You don't need to worry about it at the beginning. So we'll not be able to find it at the beginning. So follow the cycle of your breath. And as you breathe, there are a lot of things that keep happening. thoughts keep coming and going. You might feel distracted through some feelings, right? Through some sensations. Suddenly you'll be having pain in your back, you'll be figuring that out. So be aware of all that. Do not resent any of those. Be aware of the thoughts and distractions. The moment you see your thinking, you bring your attention back to your breath, right? So for those of you who are starting off, you will get more thought, which is fine. Everything is fine. So be aware of the thoughts and distractions, bring your attention back to your breath. And then as we continue, we can feel the movements, right? Today, as you start, just feel the movements of your breath. Like we talked about chest breathing, we talked about abdominal breathing. So you can start doing it, right? So today, in today's exercise, we will just feel the complete breath cycle. You will get into, for beginners, you will get into a lot of distractions. Tomorrow, we will start with the step 1 in the observation phase on how to get into attention. We will focus on one part of it at a time, and you'll be able to increase your attention on your breath. All right. So with that, so I hope it is all clear now. And so we will dive into meditation. Again, we will play some background music, but again, do not get do not get dependent on the music. The music is there just so that there's no silence. But ultimately, what you need to be observing is just your breath, right? So music will play some, usually there are a lot of things. Music is high, music is low. So we'll play low music, which is fine. But have your earphones would be better. Or if you're in a quiet room, that is okay. Just follow my guidance. All right. So with that, my dear friends, just get into the posture. So we will do at 6:40. So we'll probably do 35 minutes of meditation till 7:15. So let's get into the meditation posture. Relax your body. Sit in a straight and erect posture. If you want support, lean against a pillow or a wall. Clasp your fingers. Cross your legs. Close your eyes. Slowly bring your awareness to your breathing. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your back. Very simple. The technique is very simple. And then slowly start inhaling long. As you inhale, count 1, 2, 3. And then immediately as you exhale, count 1, 2, 3. For those of you who want to count to 4, you can count to 4. Feel your breath. Do the counting in your mind. Just slow inhale, slow exhale. Count in your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can be at your pace that you're comfortable with. Become aware of your breath. Just follow your inhale and exhale as you are with your counting. Feel the calmness in your body. Feel your mind focusing only on the counting. As you inhale slowly and easily, and you exhale slow and easy. Do not breathe hard. Do not hold your breath. Easy and long. Feel your body and mind relaxing as you do your slow, long inhale and exhale. Feel your breath. Feel the calmness in your body. If you're getting interrupted by thought, that is okay. You can restart your counting. This instant relaxation technique can be used anytime for you to calm down. Now, slowly stop your conscious long inhale and exhale, and just observe your normal, natural breathing. See if you're able to follow your breathing as the breath enters your nose, goes through your larynx region, throat region. The breath reaches the lungs. Observe any movements in your chest. Observe the movements in your stomach region as you breathe in and breathe out normally. How do we observe when our eyes are closed? We observe with our mind, with our attention, and being aware of the feeling, the sensations, the movement. Just watch your breath, the way your stomach goes up and down, the way your chest moves. Do not visualize your breathing. Just observe. Do not analyze your breathing. Just calm, natural observation of your normal breathing. Today being day 1, some of you may not be observing the entire cycle of breath. Some of you may not feel the full breath. Some of you may be having thoughts and to-do items come up as you try to focus on your breath. It is all fine. This is all part of this game or exercise that we are trying to do. Anytime you feel any of those, just bring your attention back to your breath. There's nothing wrong in all those thoughts. We will address each of these problems in terms of the right breathing, full awareness of your breathing, focusing your attention. There are different steps that we will follow from tomorrow. Today, just observe the pattern of your breathing. Breathing right, so fundamental to our health. A lot of us do not realize the importance because we take it for granted. Breathing happens anyway. Just being conscious of our breathing heals, allows us to do magical things. Observe with your mind if you are noticing any sensations at the entrance to your nose. Feel the air going in. Feel the changes in your chest. Feel the movement of your diaphragm or your abdomen as you breathe in and breathe out. Do not alter your breathing. Relax your eyebrows, relax your shoulders. Do not tighten or keep any of your muscles stiff. If you feel pain or discomfort, you can adjust your position. The first skill of breath mindfulness is developing attention. We're going to see how we're going to develop that skill of attention or concentration in step 1 tomorrow. Today, just feel your full and beautiful breath cycle. Do not judge your breathing today. Just observe. Just watch how your breathing happens. As you continue to be with your breath, be conscious of your breath. You can feel a sense of silence in your head. Just 10 more minutes of observing your breath, my dear friends. May not be exciting to start with, but it's a challenge for you to be with your breath, away from your thoughts and distractions. Observe or feel the sensations at the entrance to your nose as you breathe in and breathe out. Are you able to feel the slight tickling of the skin, or minute movements of air. Or observe how your chest and abdomen, stomach move as you breathe in and breathe out normally. This is being conscious of your breathing. Do not worry about thoughts and other distractions. We have several techniques to get over these, which we will learn in the next 10 days. Do not judge anything about your breath. Do not allow your mind to spin off stories about your breathing, about your health, about the session. For the next 5 minutes, observe the movements in your chest and abdomen region as you breathe in and breathe out normally. Don't force any movements. Don't judge any movements. You just need to feel them. We've seen how breath is an all-powerful instrument for better health and well-being. As we go along, we will learn how it helps to just being with the breath can improve concentration, can improve awareness, and you can address emotional issues. Wonderful. Stay with your breath, my dear friends. Now for the last 5 minutes, observe the cycle of your breathing. Follow your breath. As you breathe in, observe the sensations in your nose. Then follow the movements due to that in-breath in your chest and stomach region. And then as you exhale, follow the movements in your stomach and chest region. And then feel the air going out of your nostrils. That's called the beautiful cycle of breath. Observe this normally. Do not force. If you're not able to observe some parts of your cycle, that is okay. You will learn as we go along. Be conscious of all the thoughts that are coming into your mind. Let go of the thoughts and bring your attention back to your breath. All your questions will be answered. Just follow your breath. Now slowly, my dear friends, bring your awareness to your heart region, your chest, middle of your chest. And slowly through your mind, express gratitude to yourself and to your sitting in meditation, sitting in this session for today. Say thank you in your mind to the person and the people who have been instrumental to getting you into this session. Recollect two things that happened yesterday that you want to be thankful for, and express thank you in your mind to that person or thing. have the feeling of appreciation or gratitude as you breathe in and breathe out normally. Feel the calmness. Recollect your experience of this session the last half an hour. Feel grateful for however it was. There's nothing good or bad in our sitting. Everything that came up is right for our learning. With that feeling of gratitude, with that observation of our breath, how we breathe, with a relaxed body and a better understanding of our mind through the experience, now slowly become aware of your body. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Bring your awareness to your fingers. Slowly unclasp your fingers and place them on your eyes. For a few seconds, and you can open your eyes when you are ready. So for some of you who have been beginning, who have joined this session to learn meditation, that is lesson 1. To see or to understand what are the issues that you face while just being with your breath. There is nothing that you encountered which hasn't happened to millions of other people. In fact, I've been through this struggle for meditation for several years before I could get it to a stable state. And that is what the learnings from those years is what we're going to cover, or I'm going to share over the next 10 days. So whatever you went through the 30 minutes, 40 minutes of today is normal. And it will only improve as you continue to join these sessions and learn the step-by-step approach. So in summary, today we learned the importance or significance of breath, the importance of breathing right. And we said we're going to learn the right way of breathing and all the benefits that breath is going to give us physically, emotionally, mentally, socially, and spiritually through a technique that Buddha found out 2,500 years ago, which is mindfulness of breathing. We might think, oh, just being with the breath, how can we get to know all that? But there is immense wisdom in that, which is what we will cover as part of the Anapanasati Sutras. And today we learned what is good breathing, what is right breathing, what is improper breathing, and how breathing affects our physiology and psychology. We learned the right posture, simple, straight, stable, relaxed posture, the right way of breathing through abdomen. We saw the mechanics of breathing, and we went through a session. Tomorrow, we will learn what we mean by mindfulness. There are a lot of things that happen as we breathe, right? There are movements, there are sensations, there are thoughts coming up. All these things happen as we breathe, right? So that is how are we going to be aware of it? And that is the technique that we're going to learn. And we're going to start learning with the skill of attention. So there is the skill of attention, and there is the skill of awareness, and there is acceptance. Acceptance will come a bit later. So tomorrow we will start with step 1 of the observation phase. So please do join us tomorrow at 6 a.m., my dear friends. And as it's already been put on the chat window. So this session is also being live streamed on YouTube. So you can find the recording of it. You can go through it again. You can practice it again. If you want to share this session, you can share it with someone. So please feel free to get your friends and family who want to learn meditation, who want to learn the right proper art and science of breathing to this session as well, right? So the recordings are available. You can visit again later, and you can go to YouTube and go to Pyramid, type in Pyramid Valley International. So Pyramid Valley International, the channel for Pyramid Valley International, be able to find these recordings every day. All right. So with that, if there are any couple of questions regarding today's session, regarding anything to do with posture, we can take, or we can join back later. Please feel free to raise your hand if you have questions. Yeah, and there is a Telegram group as well. Most of you have joined. So you can join the Telegram group and then you offline when you practice, when you get some questions, you can put your questions in there and one of us will answer. So I think there is a question. Yeah, Gopala Krishnan sir. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Master. Just wanted to know if we have to keep our back straight and head straight, or can we also, lean back on the chair?
So the ideal posture is keeping it straight, but you're feeling it uncomfortable, you can always have support at the back. But the curve should be maintained. The natural curve of your body, it should be maintained either way.
Can we sit next to the table and keep the hands on the table so that we feel straight instead of crouching?
Yeah, you can, but you'll feel comfortable if you rest your hands and fingers on your thighs. You can sit straight like this. If you're on a chair, you can lean back on the chair, no issues. You can lean back on the chair, but keep your back straight. And then this will be the most comfortable if you keep your hands on your thighs.
Okay. Okay, Master.
Okay, do not make anything stiff or unpleasant, right? So just it should be a relaxed and straight posture. So you can start with whatever is comfortable. Over time, you yourself feel that you'll make the corrections, which is okay. All right, so there are other questions here. A lot of distraction. Yes, if you're getting distractions, that is the right thing happening. And over time, over the next few days, we will learn there are tips as we go through step by step. You will get tips to get the mind under control. I have back pain. I can't still sit straight. Any remedies, which is fine. Please continue to sit as comfortably as you are. Over time, just being conscious with your breath, your pain will go away. Right. So just continue to be practicing. How do we know we are in deep meditation or we are in sleep? So we will get to that question subsequently. I went into sleep due to the process. Just want to sleep. Sleep is not okay, but because it is the first because it is the first day, you might be feeling a bit sleepy, which is okay for day one, but over time you'll probably do a lot better. All right, so we will address there are techniques to address sleep as well, but today, because it's day one, you probably are in that. Okay, so with that, my dear friends, we will close the session for today and hand it off to Shalini, and we will join back here tomorrow morning at 6. But as you go through the day, please try to be conscious of the way you breathe. So we learned a lot about breathing. Please be conscious of your way you breathe at different times.
Thank you, Sagar sir. I think with the mentioned count of breathing, we could go into the meditative state. And friends, we have posted the Telegram link. Many of you have already been part of it, and I already have given the YouTube link, which we have been giving the live on the Pyramid Valley YouTube channel, the PMC Valley channel. So I have posted the direct link in the Telegram as well. So once you're part of it, and you can share your experiences, and you can also post your questions. So at the available time, Sagar sir will be answering for the questions too. And it's just day one. I think for all the new members, it would be something new. Of course, you might be feeling sleepy, or you might feel that I may not just reaching to the right place. So we still have 10 more days to go. So this is just a net practice. So let us keep joining every day and practice it together. So this 11 days practice will help us to have this for the whole of the next few years into your meditation practice. So this is just like a foundation. So thank you all for joining here, and please do go back if you have any doubts, refer for the recording, which is the link given to you. Can you please send the link? Yes, see, I have posted the Telegram link, sir. So the Telegram link, kindly do follow on that. If everyone have already registered yourself, that is how you would have received your Zoom link. In that same email, you would have received the Telegram link as well. So you can just join through that. So it is more intimate, and it is the group only for the breath by breath participants. So as you know, few of the old participants would also be there, but let us renew and keep continuing our discussions only about these meditation program on the Telegram chat. Thank you.
All right. So thank you. Thank you, my dear friends. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Thank you. Thank you, Shalini.
Yes, a person తెలుగులో క్వశ్చన్ ఒకటి పోస్ట్ చేశారు. ఎస్, మన మెడిటేషన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే కాకుండా మన ఓపెన్ ఐస్ తో ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా బ్రీత్ ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు. ఎస్, అంటే మెడిటేషన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మన శ్వాస మీద ధ్యాస పెడతాం, ఎందుకంటే అదే ధ్యాన పద్ధతి కాబట్టి. మనం వేరే టైంలో కూడా మనకి వీలున్నప్పుడల్లా బ్రీత్ ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Recording.
Welcome to the Pyramid Valley International, Bengaluru, India. The pyramid is meant for meditation. It has got the high energies. Enjoy the high energies of the Maitreya Buddha pyramid and the serene circumstances of this valley. Spiritual science is the basis for all other sciences. In spiritual science, we understand that we are all gods, come here of our own accord onto this earth planet to see that the earth planet becomes a heaven and not a hell. How we can transform this hell into a heaven, that is the subject matter of spiritual science. And masters of spiritual sciences are the experts in spiritual sciences. Meditation is the doorway for enlightenment. Enlightenment is the doorway for welfare, health, wealth, well-being, and joys in life. Meditation is the foundation of spirituality. Spirituality is the superstructure built on the foundation of meditation. Everybody should dedicate a couple of hours every day for meditation, every day. As we dedicate our life to meditation, we become a source of inspiration, joy, energy to everybody around, everything around, every being around. We emanate energy. We want to see the whole world become a joyful place for every being, every animal being, every plant being, every mineral being. That is the duty of every human being, to provide joy and energy to every other being.